at it, and we're doing a scholarship on like house fire safety, and we were thinking the best people to talk to would be you guys. So
As long as it's not sea ship.
Okay, so our first question is, what are the main tools that help you fight fires within a home?
The most important tool that we have is our minds. I'm serious. It takes a lot to, when you show up, it's looking at what the real emergency is. Is somebody trapped? Is somebody not trapped and we're trying to save the structure? Is the structure already burning so much that it's going to burn down other homes that are around it? So there's looking at what the real emergency is and prioritizing our resources and where we can apply our efforts to best effect. So actually, for me, the most important tool that I bring to a fire is experience in being able to think through the emergency.
Mm-hmm. And then he typically directs. He's the captain of the rig, of the truck. So he'll direct. In trucks and engines, we have different things, different tasks that we have to accomplish. An engine, they're going to pull the hose, they're going to go in and fight the fire and put the fire out with the water. The truck company is going to throw ladders, do a search, get on the roof and cut a hole to ventilate. So based on the first things that you see rolling up to a fire is going to dictate what you're going to do. You know, time of day, like 11 o'clock in the morning versus 11 o'clock at night. It's a big difference as to what you're going to do and the priorities that you're going to have as far as search and rescue, or if you know the house is empty because there's just a single family that lives there and they're all at work. The kids are in school. But 11 o'clock at night, you have, you know, people at home, they're sleeping.
Right.
They're going to be in their bedrooms or whatever. So.
I see. What are your shifts like? Are they like 24/7? Like
They're total chaos.
48 hours.
48 hours.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we
okay.
came in this morning at 8 o'clock, and then we don't go home until Sunday morning, right?
Yes, Sunday morning.
Sunday morning at 8 o'clock. We can go
48 hours straight through. And then we get 4 days off.
Okay.
Which sounds really great, except for that first day is usually like a recovery day where we just kind of mope around the house and take a nap and things. And when you boil it all out, we spend a third of our lives here at the fire department.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it works out to like a 56-hour work week. To equate it to
A 40, regular person.
for a 9-to-5 job Monday through Fridays.
Right. Well, okay, so our next question is, what is your guys' process after you get a call for a fire? Like, what kind of like procedure and steps do you go through once you get that call?
Pawtucket. When you get a chance, call DeBerg on his cell. Captain Flanner, when you get a chance, call firefighter Weber at 21.
Okay.
Outstanding.
Crisis is left and right.
The call comes in. If it's a fire, you go downstairs, and I'm the operator, so I'm driving one of the rigs, so I just put my turnout pants on. Everybody else puts their pants on, the coats, the hood. They get in the majority of their protective equipment, and then we leave. We drive away. It takes about a minute to do that, and then we drive the call.
Our standards are we need to be out the door in 60 seconds
Okay.
from the time the call goes in. So if there was a call right now, you'd see us jump up, run into this little room with poles, slide the pole.
So, talking about like how long it takes, like have you seen like a fire starting and it actually takes so much time to get there? Like how long does it really take to like how much destruction would happen within the time period that you're coming from the fire station to the house or to wherever?
The standard benchmark is every 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes, you can add a room to a fire. So if you have your one of the bedrooms in your home and it's on fire, from the time that starts, in about 5 minutes from that, it's going to breach out into another room and start to involve that. So that's part of why there's many other reasons, like for CPR times and stuff. But we try and have our fire stations placed so that we can get to anywhere in the city in 4 minutes.
That's okay. That's cool. Okay, so what are the main causes or most frequent causes that you guys see of house fires?
Carelessness.
Absolutely.
People put food on the stove and then they go they forget about it and they go to the grocery store or go down to pick up a video for the night or something, and they come back and their house is filled with smoke and their kitchen is burning down.
Yeah. It's a lack of attention,
Uh-huh.
really. I mean, you can always, the classics are 20 outlets and a plug or something, or the smoker in your bed. Yeah, that does happen, but most of the stuff is preventable.
Mm-hmm.
I see. And is it mostly found in the kitchen? Because I see, like, a lot more that could happen in the kitchen than anywhere else. Or is it everywhere?
You know, it kind of seems to go with the season. I don't really know why. I mean, there's some times when it's lots of kitchen fires, and then there's other times when we go to lots of attic fires, where the fire starts in the attic from overloaded electrical.
Okay.
There's garages. You know, it kind of seems to go with the season. So there's not any one particular thing I can point at.
Let's see. All right. So, what are things people don't know how to put a house fire out or putting out house fires that they can do?
You mean the average civilian?
Yeah,
as
the
far
average-
as putting out their
yeah.
house fire?
When it's small,
Yeah, then have an extinguisher.
yeah, have an extinguisher in your house that works.
Yes.
Because if you can get to your extinguisher and you're just right now, that pot of hot grease or something is burning on the kitchen stove because you're going to cook some fried chicken. And it's just
Which is
flaming.
really yummy.
Right.
It's just flaming, and it's it's catching your cabinets on fire and stuff. You have your dry cam there. You can just put that fire out. And we're still going to show up. We're going to check the cabinets for extension and whatnot and do our jobs. But it goes a long way to have a fire extinguisher in your house, or even knowing what to do. I mean, you could put a lid on that, and the fire will go out.
But beyond that the first incipient stage of the fire, like where the grease gets on fire or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, get out.
Yeah,
Just evacuate the structures.
just leave.
Okay.
It's just stuff.
They grow so fast.
It's just stuff in there.
Yeah.
Lives are the most important thing.
Right.
How can people, what can a normal do to educate others? So is there anything that we could do to educate, like, the community on, like, house fires in any way? Or is it something that, like, just a person individually should know, like, without being educated through the community? Like, is there any way we could do that, you think?
Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
yes, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
if you don't, you have to teach people not to leave their pots of food on the stove. You have to teach people how to get out of your house at 1 o'clock in the morning when the hallway's filled with smoke. And if you don't teach them, they're going to panic, and instead of going out the window that's right there on the ground floor, they're going to go through the hallway into their living room and out the front door, because that's how they come in and out of their house all the time. And they might go right past the fire and inhale a bunch of smoke and pass out before they get to the front door. So people definitely need the education to know what to do.
Emergency alter 2105 Plymouth Street, number 25A.
Hey, we'll see you later.
All right. Good.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.